Hi students, good afternoon, tudo bom com vocês, turminha? Então é o seguinte, essa semana, né, a gente ainda não vai fazer uso do nosso livrinho 2, tá bom? A gente vai ver aí a questão de vocabulário, nossa story time, né, que é aquele momento da história, como a teacher faz, já fez com vocês as outras vezes, né? E hoje a teacher trouxe aí o Peter Pan, que é o Peter Pan. Então, hoje a gente vê a historinha aí, tá certo? A gente ouve o inglês. E quando for na quarta-feira, tá? A teacher vai pedir para vocês, no caso, ela vai colocar o texto novamente para vocês acompanharem a leitura também em português, tá certo? E vai pedir uma atividade para vocês, pode ser? E aí, na segunda-feira da semana que vem, a gente vai ter um encontro, tá? A teacher vai marcar direitinho, a gente vai ver o horário aí certinho, tá certo? Mas hoje vamos lá, vamos ouvir aí o Peter Pan, ok? Let's go. Eu vou minimizar aqui, certo? Vou soltar a historinha para vocês.
Pan. Very far from here, there is a magical place, an enchanted place called Neverland. There live fairies, gnomes, mermaids, and animals. That's where the famous Captain Hook tries to capture the most adventurous boy in Neverland, Peter Pan. I said Peter Pan. That's how Wendy told Peter Pan's story to her little brothers, John and Michael. But that was going to be the last night of stories. The children's father thought that Wendy was too big to play with her brothers. On the next day, she was going to move to another bedroom. Wendy was very sad because of that. John and Michael were drawing Peter Pan's adventures when they couldn't believe their eyes. Through the window, Peter Pan and the fairy Tinker Bell arrived. Wendy told them that it was her last night in the children's bedroom. She was growing up and couldn't tell stories to the boys anymore. So Peter Pan decided to take them to Neverland, because there Wendy would never grow up. The children were very excited. Peter Pan asked everyone to think about good things so that they could fly. At the same time, he winked at Tinker Bell, asking her to use her fairy dust. Suddenly, everyone went out through the bedroom window and flew to Neverland. When Peter Pan, Tinker Bell, and the children arrived in Neverland, they were almost hit by a cannonball from Captain Hook's ship. The children flew away quickly, while Peter Pan distracted the pirates. Tinker Bell flew away with the children while Peter Pan distracted the Captain Hook and his pirates. The fairy started to get jealous of Wendy because she thought that Peter Pan was paying too much attention to the girl. Right away, she decided to go and meet her friends, the Lost Boys, at their hideout, and she left Wendy and her brothers behind. After she arrived at the hideout, Tinker Bell asked the Lost Boys to throw stones at Wendy, who, luckily, wasn't hurt. When Peter Pan heard about Tinker Bell's trick, he was furious and banned her from the hideout for some time. Meanwhile, Captain Hook studied the map of Neverland. He wanted to find Peter Pan and the Lost Boys' hideout to catch them. Soon, Captain Hook had an idea. He decided to kidnap the Indians' princess, Tiger Lily, because she was Peter Pan's friend and certainly knew where he hid. Peter Pan didn't suspect Captain Hook's plan. He asked Wendy to go out and see more of Neverland. While they visited the mermaids, Peter Pan saw Captain Hook tying Princess Tiger Lily to a rock. It was going to be covered by the sea in little time. Peter Pan quickly went to Captain Hook and fought with him. During the fight, Captain Hook was almost eaten by the crocodile that ate his hand some time before. Scared, Captain Hook ran away from the animal. Peter Pan saved Princess Tiger Lily and took her back to the Indians, who had a party for him. Captain Hook soon made another plan and asked his pirates to catch the fairy Tinker Bell. Captain Hook pretended to be nice to Tinker Bell because he wanted her to say where Peter Pan's hideout was. Tinker Bell was hurt, so she told him where the hideout was. Captain Hook and his pirates went there and captured everyone except for Peter Pan, who was out. Captain Hook tied the lost boys, Wendy and her brothers, to the pirate ship's mast to attract Peter Pan. After Peter Pan heard about what happened, he arrived right on time to save them. Captain Hook and Peter Pan fought a lot until Captain Hook lost his balance and fell right into the mouth of the crocodile, which was waiting anxiously for him. When it was over, Peter Pan made up with Tinker Bell. Wendy, John, and Michael missed their parents and wanted to go home. Peter Pan asked Tinker Bell to sprinkle fairy dust on the children, who started to fly back home. When they arrived home, Wendy, John, and Michael were very happy and asked Peter Pan to stay with them. But Peter Pan said goodbye to the children and returned to Neverland because he knew they would see each other again. The end.
Ok, the end. Teacher, eu sei mais ou menos da história do Peter Pan, né? Do Peter Pan. No caso aí a gente tem uma aventura sendo contada aí, né? Em resgate aí de uma princess, de uma princesa, tá certo? Então a gente vai ver aí na quarta-feira, entender melhor essa história, o que aconteceu aí nessa historinha, certo? Temos os personagens aí que vocês já viram, Peter Pan, tem a Tinker Bell, né? Que é, no caso, a Sininho. Temos aí o Capitão Hook, né? Que é o malvadão aí com a sua mão, sem mão aí, ele tem um gancho, né? Então a gente vai conhecer melhor o que aconteceu nessa história aí, tá? Sabemos que tem uma princess, sabemos que tem uma princesa. Então hoje a teacher mostrou aí para vocês em inglês, tá certo? Para vocês ouvirem o áudio, né? Eu sei que muitas vezes acaba sendo, nossa, teacher, inglês é complicado, né? Não, não é, tá? Vocês ao longo dos aninhos, vocês vão aprendendo mais, vocês vão aumentando o vocabulário de vocês no inglês, tá certo? E não se preocupem que essa história é só para a gente ir acostumando nossos ouvidos, tá certo? Para a gente se familiarizar melhor com o inglês, tá ok? Então, na quarta-feira a gente se encontra. See you, bye bye. Até a próxima aulinha.